Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Let's get straight into it. Looks like I'm gonna be herding some sheep. Actually, that quest is gonna take me back to town, so let me go and do another one out here instead. Yeah, in the last episode, I helped to hopefully rescue a couple of people. So now I'm going to the designated meeting spot after breaking them out. Hopefully they'll be there. Although, I don't know if I have much hope of that, considering what happened towards the last episode, towards the end of it. You were surprised by an ambush. Yeah, not good. Who else knew about this meeting spot? Accidentally hit that boar. That's okay. Sorry, boar. An innocent bystander gone. Gotta kill 4 more of these, so let me grab these guys. Or 3 more. See, that one did not count. It's on this rock specifically that I need to stand. I guess I just have to wait for more of them to show up. Let me just hang out here, see if any more pop in. See, what about that guy? Let me bring him to me, that way he counts. Alright, that's 3 out of 4. Let me try to summon that one in. Man, I hate that this javelin is now something that I need to aim precisely. Hopefully if I kill him over here, he'll count. Yeah, see, these guys are... they're respawning. But it's a slow respawn. Okay, so now I can continue trying to go to the meeting spot. If the lag will let me, come on. Yet more Varyogs appear. Ah, they're alive. That's good. It looked like they had died at the end of the last episode, but... need to get 2 more here. There we are. Okay, that's all of them. Well, we have made it out somehow, haven't we? Not all of us. He grimaces and looks about him. Gondrod, where in all Gondor had you got off to? And how is it that you are here?
Well, this is a fine predicament I've got myself into.
Ah, friend, the prank your brother Narvagal played upon me has borne ill fruit indeed. In revenge for failing to polish his armor, he hid my belongings far and wide about Osrimmon. You could not find me, for I was scouring the cellar, and then you left, so Lady Galanhar has showered abuse without respite upon me ever since. Let me get rid of this for now.
Yes?
Gondrod, know that Narvagal is dead. Father lies dead by his side. Your luck was not ill, but supreme blessing, for we were taken before even the sun had reached noon that day, and you, a commoner unworthy of ransom, would not have been spared. They wished to ransom all of us, of course, but Father and Narvagal sought glory instead and won it. We might have too, but the curs threw nets over us and saw us disarmed before we could cause any trouble. Then you came to our rescue, and here we are. All that is, except for my brother Malhar.
Yes?
My brother Malhar slipped his bonds and escaped the Varyogs. I know not how, only that if anyone might have done so and survived, it was he. Our youngest brother is possessed of the quickest wits and quick-witted family. We had agreed, while they dragged us to Bar Nadron, that if any of us escaped, we would make for the mouths of Entwash. I doubt not that he went there and is likely there still. We must return to Osrimon, but I beg you, Warden, go into the marshland and find Malhar. I have every hope he lives yet, and if luck is on our side, he has left some trail to find him by. No, I did that stupid thing again where I accidentally dragged this off. In truth, Kippen, I would go with you, but I see from my brother's stern look that it is not to be.
No good will come of this. I know it.
Narvagal dead? That is a blow, and now the fact that I never polished his armor will haunt me to the end of my days. Alright, let me go into the swamps here, see what I can find. No. No, deep water. It's so annoying when it's like one little puddle just placed there to dismount you. Got a footprint. Notice there have been a lot of footprints this season. A lot of trails to follow. You spy a footprint leading further into the marshland. There's another footprint. Another footprint. He must have gone this way. Must be extremely difficult to do tracking in swamp. Another footprint. Another footprint points northwards. Some orcs here. How far north have I gone? I've gone pretty far. The Fall of Raros. Man, that is a tricky word to say. I remember falling down that waterfall for a deed a few seasons ago. The footprint is clear and it points north. This guy went in deep. A streak of recently dried mud points up the hill. Should be getting close, I think. There is someone. You find a young man standing in the clearing.
I am glad you're here, friend.
Who are you? You do not look like to be a foe, so I judge you a friend. I am Malhar, son of Lochner. The young man starts to extend a hand, then winces and holds his side. He gives you a wry, pained grin. Though if you were a foe, I fear I should be somewhat at your mercy. I am starved and wounded and very ready indeed to get back out of this marsh.
I have got myself into this mess, but I fear I shall need help getting out of it.
You recount the details of the ransom meeting and explain that Togbor sent you in search of him. Then I beg your forgiveness. My escape has caused you more trouble than if I had stayed put. I am afraid I must be more trouble to you yet, for I do not have the strength to make it back from here. But I believe I will if you could bring me several things. I need a herb named Lomthond, or Wearywort to the shepherds, which can be found near the falls of Raros, and has properties that can ease the pain and grant me some vigor. I must eat, too. Of all things in this place, the meat of the small lizards found about is most edible. And even with these in my stomach, bolstering my strength, I think I shall need a good stick to lean on. Perhaps there is one lying under one of these trees. Alright, so there's a lizard right there. Let me get on the pony so I can search the marshland here. There's a stick. Good. Now I just need to keep looking for herbs. More lizards. Go on the other side here. Need 2 more of those. These are for a deed, as you know, so I'll be doing that towards the end of the season. Apparently there are 8 of them here in the marsh. Go south a little bit. What? Invisible wall? Yeah, these are like invisible walls. I guess the reeds are too thick here. Need 1 more. Okay, that's all that. Need a couple more herbs. It's all the way to the north. And last one here. Excellent. Back to the wounded man. The quests have felt a little disorganized in this region, I must confess. And by disorganized, I mean like it's kind of pulling you all over the place. Usually you're in one area, you do all the quests there, then you move on to the next one, but this seems to be kind of sending me everywhere.
Did not know a body could become so sore.
You have gathered it all. You are a fine hobbit to be lost in the marsh with. Do you know that? Now, give me a moment to gather myself up and I shall be ready to go.
I am glad you're here, friend.
There, I think I'm ready to begin hobbling my way home. And see, Kippen, I need not live to old age. I'm already acquainted with aches and infirmity. Luckily, I know these wetlands well and can find a path with ease. That is why we agreed to meet here, my brothers and I. When I need rest, we will stop. How is that?
I am glad you're here, friend.
Good, then off we go. See if you can keep up, Warden. Haha. He is a fast walker. When I first slipped from my bonds, oh, what a thrill of freedom. Ugh, I must not move in that way. Sarah Oakhart could learn from him. Then safe amongst the reeds, I thought fortune had truly smiled on me. But fortune may be fickle and freedom its own curse. For soon the waterways I knew and loved turned upon me. They spun me round, wrenched my foot with hidden roots. They buzzed and stung and leeched me. It is one thing to go marching on a summer's day, entirely another to make a home here.
I did not know a body could become so sore.
Water, Malhar croaks. I am parched. It is sapping my strength. He proffers an empty water skin. Fresh water should, not be far off to the west. This water is muddy and unsuitable for drinking. Clearly, I mean, it's marsh water. That's disgusting. Some water here. This water looks fresh and clear. I don't know, I still wouldn't trust it. But if you say so. Fill the water skin. I personally would not drink marsh water, okay? That's gross. Who knows what sort of weird, undiscovered parasite is in that water.
I have got myself into this mess, but I fear I shall need help getting out of it.
Malhar takes the water skin in both hands and drinks greedily. There, that is better. How's it, Kippen? Of all the things I asked you to fetch for me before setting off, water was not one. Well, we have set that right. Now let us be on our way. Let's go, sir. You and your fast strides. Look at that. An injured man walks faster than Sarah Oakhart. I indulge in pity on myself out here. Then I think on the deaths of my father and eldest brother and what they chose. How the Variog dogs cut them down. Oh, what an old man I am. Bit of lag here. We're getting there. And I think though nature be cruel, man surely is crueler. Yet more so orc than man, eh? Malhar comes to a halt and looks around, hesitating.
I am glad you're here, friend.
Now I must gather my wits and decide which way to go. We have come far enough that there may be enemies near. I must also think on what paths will let us make our way without being seen. Malhar furrows his brow and thinks for a moment. No, I cannot decide this just by brooding here. I must ask you to scout ahead and bring word of what you see. This area stretches south and west of here. Canvass its breadth and return to me. Scouted to the south. Scouted the southwest. There are some orcs patrolling around. And I scouted the west.
I did not know a body could become so sore.
You relay all that you encountered. I see that no path is safe, I think, but I judge our best course is to head due south. Yes, I think so. Alright, let's go. It is not far now. How glad I shall be of a warm bed in Osriman. What was that? Malhar has stopped and seems to be listening hard for some sound. Did you hear that? I would swear I heard something. Humor me and check ahead. Be wary. I'm assuming by ahead he meant like the direction he was facing. But I guess not. Armed men jump at you. Alright.
I've got myself into this mess.
Weird. I'm trying to tab through here. I'm not seeing any enemies. There we go. Up there. Let me bring him back here to where it says defend yourself. Doesn't seem like that did much. Let me get that guy. That also did not do much for me. It's weird. If I step a little bit outside, it says completed. I don't know. Let me kill this guy here. Let me bring him into this area. Yeah, very weird. I'm a little bit confused about how to trigger the next step of the quest here. It just says defend yourself. I think the problem is I'm over leveled, so these guys don't aggro on me, and that may be throwing off some of the triggers. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but if you look at the quest here, like if I step outside a perimeter, it says completed. And then if I step back in, it says defend yourself. So I'm not sure what's going on there. And I lost where the guy is. There's no quest ring or anything. I don't know, maybe let me kill one of these guys where it says completed as opposed to defend yourself and see what happens. Yeah, nothing happened. Let me just keep killing them, I guess. Maybe there's like a certain number I have to kill. Although there's no counter here. Usually it'll say like 0 out of 4 or something. Very strange. Yeah, I don't know. Now it just says completed. Now it says defend yourself. Alright, something's definitely wrong here. I don't know how to continue this quest. I don't think killing a bunch of these guys is doing anything. Might have to look this up and see if there's like some weird bug or something. Yeah, I don't know. LOTRO Wiki says that you will encounter 3 waves of 2 Varyog swordsmen. But I'm a little concerned because I think I think that because they don't trigger on me, since I'm over leveled, it's not really registering, because I've definitely killed more than 6, right? Yeah, I've killed more than 6, so there we go. I don't know. I don't know what was happening there, but apparently now it triggered. So let's continue. Little weird.
I did not know a body could become so sore.
So I was right. I am glad you could handle them, friend. We are nearly out. Let us keep our pace. If it is safe, then let us go. The weeds are thickest before the clear, eh? Yes, this way. I am soaked to the very bones, friend. I think now I would make the water wetter. I had this really goofy substitute teacher in high school once. He'd always come in to substitute, and every time he would make the same promise/joke. He'd basically introduce himself, and then he'd tell us to behave and be good, and then he'd say, "And if you're real good, I'll tell you how to make water wetter." That was his thing. He would tell us how to make water wetter. There it is in sight, the Beacon Hills, my dear and long for home. Yeah, and apparently the punchline is the way you make water wetter is to add soap to it. He gave some sort of explanation. I don't think it makes any sense. I think it's dumb, but that's what that comment reminded me of. The substitute teacher that would come in every time and say that if we behaved, he'd tell us how to make water wetter and give a very unsatisfactory explanation. There it is, Kip, in my home soil. I cannot say how this view warms my heart. We have done it. We are out of the marsh, and the going will be easy. Let us meet back at Ostriman. So now I can finally go do the sheep quest, because I will have to herd them back into town. Then from there, we can finally turn in all these quests. Making good progress. Still very worried about the raid that's coming up. Throne of the Dread Terror. I really hope I can get a group and just get through it. I don't know how difficult it is, you know? Like, am I gonna need to fill up an entire raid group for that? Or could I get by with a handful of max levels, like 2 or 3 of them? I don't know. I'll worry about it when I get to it. Okay, there are the sheep. These are a little bit more spread out. The other 4 were all kind of clumped together. Okay, and finally we are going to ride back to town. It is a far ride, and we've done this many times, so I'm going to fast forward this one. Alright, we made it. Led the flock to safety in Ostrimon. Let me turn in some of these quests. Wait a minute, no, there's more sheep? Really? Oh man, there's another set of sheep up there. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do then? I am not gonna turn in these... Well, I will turn in the quest. Because I might get a different part that sends me back out towards where those sheep are. It's like everybody's here, that's good.
Well met.
I have much to thank you for, Kippen, although I have much to grieve for, it appears. It is a sorrowful day indeed. I had understood as all Gondor marches to war that men of my blood might be taken from me. I never imagined, though, that cruel fate would take them so near to my door, or that your kind hands would free some of them from its grip. But enough of such goings on. As I began, you have my earnest thanks. You shall ever be known as friend here in Beacon Hills, so long as I am keeper of it. And there you go. So looks like that quest chain is finished. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. In the next one, I will turn in some more quests, do some more. We'll keep going, keep having fun. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.